for manipulating strings. Here's the function page for strip, str.lower and upper. I won't go into details there. They don't require, notice they don't require any parameters. The parentheses are always empty. Okay, so now if we want to do something a little bit different, I'm going to simplify this just a little bit because we don't need this if we're not using strip. Okay, but let's say we want to replace part of a string. Okay, so I'm going to use replace. Now, there are three possible parameters to replace. Three. The first one, the first two are required. Okay, so the first two are required. Let's say I want to look for the capital letter B, and I want to replace it with a capital letter W. So every B in a string is going to be replaced with a W. So if I run this, okay, notice it does not replace lowercase, only replaces capital. It has to be an exact match, the exact same character. So it's replacing, oh, wait a minute, that's your name. Yeah, it worked. Okay, so it's replacing the B's that I entered, the capital B's, with capital W's. Okay, it works. The third parameter here is how many times you want it to replace that character. So if I say 1, and I enter this, it will just replace it the first time. Okay, so it'll replace this with this one time. If I say 2, and I run it, then it will replace it 2 times. If I say 9 times, and I only have a 1 in there, it will just replace 9. Oh, it'll just replace the first one. It won't give me an error, even though there's not 9 characters to replace. It will just replace the first 9 if they exist. Now, if I leave it off again, then it's assumed that I want to replace all of them. Okay? So I can also replace entire words. In a sentence like this. Okay? So it will look for that exact word and replace it with the replacement word. Okay, so that is how replace works. So replace is a string method that takes parameters. It requires parameters. If I do this with no parameters, if I don't give it any arguments for those parameters, it will give me an error. Notice, always pay attention to your errors, okay? Pay attention. First thing you pay attention to is what line the error occurs on. It says line 2, okay? And then it says replace takes at least 2 positional arguments. That means you have to give it at least 2 arguments. The required arguments are both numbers. Now, the function reference, the Python function reference, will tell you a lot of that stuff. By the way, these pages are virtually identical to what you're going to see online. So if you don't find something in my function reference and you just look it up online, this is what you're going to see. So if you learn to read these pages, your power is almost limitless. You can learn anything. Parameters, an example, the syntax, a description of it, that's what's there almost every time. So replacing string parts, again, this is replacement. We have old value required, the new value required, and an account, which is optional. So you can see which ones are required, which ones are optional. That's how it works.